Okay, let's continue work with our character. Next step we are going to do is character face. Okay, Maya is opening now, and we are going to continue to define our character and make some more details on human body and make some low poly character face. Before we continue do our character, let's talk about types of face modeling. There are different ways how we can create character face. For example, just 1 minute, I will show you different steps. Uh, Feel free to use some tutorials in YouTube. Uh, there are different steps how you can create a character face. For example, from low poly model, from the cube, for example. This is also a pipeline with you can create the character. Uh, Next, you can create a character from cylinders also. And here is, I guess this is a good way how to create character. Uh, and it also, the pipeline is different, but the one main rule you should keep when you're working with a character is the face loops. Face loops is this is very important in face modeling. I will show you how it looks like. Character face loops. This is the main animation loops that will help you to create a good topology for the character. For example, here we can see eye green with a green light showing eye face loops. For example, when you rig your character, when you rig the face, these loops help you to make good animation, facial animation. These loops the same as our human body muscles, for example. Our muscles have the same structure as these loops. And these loops can provide good animation, good movement for the eyes closing, mouth opening, and this common loop for our uh, combines nose and mouth together, and this face mask also help you to create the good topology for the face. And also we have one loop around our face, like this blue one. And all pipelines of creation of the character should consist these loops. This is your checkpoint. For example, when we look through your works, first of all, we will check these loops around your face structure. And we are going to create our modeling according to these face loops. For example, we should model with the same structure. And now you can see all of this face topology the same. One loop around one group of loops around the eyes, one contains nose and lips, one around lips for the lips movement, and one around our face. And this is a good face structure that will help you to create the good topology and anatomy of human face. And let's go back to the types of modeling. For example, let's see how it's going. Sorry for advertisement. here is the face modeling tips, and here is the explanation why we are going to create these loops. For example, here is the muscle structure of our human face, and we should keep these lines around human face anatomy. And when we creating the face topology, if you will use this face loop structure, it's also our human face topology. And that's why when we use these loops, if you want to make some face animation, face rigging, this structure will help you to create a good rigging of your face and then good animation of this face. Because the topology will be the same like our human body anatomy. And also this is a good way to easily create the face. Because when you just model your face without any guidelines of topology, it will be some. When you create a human face, this face structure will help you to create a good anatomy and good looking topology also for your character. And let's go back to the types of face modeling. We are going to use some new reference for your character. For example, uh, if you have human character, you can find some looks like your character reference for the face. For example, you can find some similar reference, not exact reference, but similar for your character face. And in these steps we are going to use also front face and side face of this character. And we set this reference in our Maya project, and then also set positions and modeling this low poly structure. This is the first way of creation the character from the cube. It's the same as our base model, creating some base proportions for the face and creating some additional loops, and after that defining some details, modeling in betweens, modeling some lips, and etc. With the different types of subdivision, step by step, are going to add some details here. Sorry for some interruption. I can also send you this tutorial of human body creation, or face creation. Now you can see applying some tools, some basic forms is appear here. This is the first way how you can create your face, and the second way will be a little bit different. The second way is starting from details. For example, defining the face, um, defining the eye, and around this eye, they create topology. For example, they starting quad rows around these eyes. This is also pipeline of creation the character face. And the third pipeline will be almost the same, but for the eye, they using cylinder. I will show you this way too. And here is the main reason why they use this first face is defining the proportions, or how it calls, um, the first detail, and after that they are going to create extrude faces and uh, um, sculpt around these two references. And after the extrude faces, I can speed a little bit. They trying to define the main loops of this character. Now you can see the topology of the loops around eyes is correct, and when you have a little bit a little count of faces, it's easier to define the main topology, these curves of the eye, and after that they are going to continue extruding these faces and placing around these two references. But this way is a little bit difficult, because you need to keep your face structure and always check in different perspective what, how going your faces. This pipeline starts from details also. Not from the low poly, but from already details eyes, and you should understand how these faces should go to provide the good face anatomy, and in different perspectives you should check how your faces around this human human face, around this reference. For example, you should move this vertex correctly to provide this face geometry, but this way is the better for the face loop topology, for example. When we can see around the topology, this is the best way, because you're creating from the loops. And you start modeling with the correct topology, and you don't need to delete some faces and retopologize them. But with the face proportion, it will be a little bit difficult to model it in the space without any supporting details. You can use some hybrid methods for your character. For example, you can create low poly proportion of the face from the cube, but above this low poly proportion, you can retopologize with this method and combine these two steps together. I'm going to use this combination of this method because for easier orientation, I will use some low poly reference for my face. And above this low poly reference, I'm going to create these details with a good face structure. And let's see what will be in the end. In the end, for example, now we have some eyes. When he finished with the eyes, next steps will be extruding some faces for the nose. And when he finished with the nose, he started modeling some lips. And combining these details together with bridge, he create the full face of modeling. For example, now with the bridge method, with the extrusion, he create this. He started to create the nose. After that, he combined these details and provide some more details and model it, continue modeling. With this method, you already have some high poly detailed face. This is also the pipeline, and you can use this method for creation of your character. And in the end, here will be some ready phase. I also can share you with this link, with these two links. And next, I'm going to show you some interesting face modeling. Here will be some hybrid method of character modeling when they use low poly structure topology and uh, modeling from these details. For example, there is also some eye, and after that, they create some loops around this eye. And next step is face proportions. And these face proportions can be guidelines of how you can extrude your faces from this eye. And this like a hybrid method of first two that we will see previously. And this method also can be useful when you have a cartoon character, for example, with the weird proportions, and you need to understand anatomy first of your character, and then create this supported low poly model. And after that, you can extrude from your high poly detailed eyes, and with the using of guidelines of your low poly proportion, it's easily to move these spaces above this low poly uh, guide model. And also I can share with you this method. And also this method looks like retopologizing of the modeling. Uh, some modeling process can be different when you first sculpt your character. For example, if you are going to create professional character modeling, you need to learn how to sculpt your character. This sculpting process um, commonly made in ZBrush. After the sculpting process, you have high poly model, and you need to retopologize this high poly model for using this model in animation. ZBrush models never used in animation and production. After you're sculpting your character, you need to retopologize this character and create the good structure of your face topology and prepare your character for animation. Why we don't use the sculpting method in this course? Because we don't have a lot of time to create two characters, two types of the characters. Here is the method when they first sculpt a character, for example, in Blender or in ZBrush. After that, they retopologize their character again in the Blender. Retopologizing process is when you have a high poly model and you want to create a low poly model around this. Let's see how it looks like. Sculpting model don't have a good topology. It's really how it calls high poly and with a weird topology. And after sculpting, they should retopologize the characters with the best. Here they start retopologizing the character. This is the main pipeline that's used in the industry. For example, some character artists sculpt a lot of characters, and then after they finished, they bring this character to the face modeler, to the character modeler, and this modeler can retopologize created character and create a good structure, good face topology, good and prepare this character for the rigging. And now you can see this sculpted face has a lot of polygons. When you can see closely, there is a little squares here, and this is millions of faces never used in games, never used in cinemas, and ZBrush can speed uh, speed modeling, and when the character artists work, then can easily define the character and create this character, investigate some details. With ZBrush, you can easily and with a high speed sculpt your character, define details, recreate your character, play with your details, and when they finished with the character creation, they start to retopologizing finished character. Why they use sculpting process? Because when you sculpt, you can imagine and you can change some details easily. It's like a drawing process. When you're modeling, you should know how to model. With the modeling, with the face modeling, it's not easy to fast defining some details because you need to move your vertices in the right way, and this is not a fast process of modeling, but when you learn to sculpt, you can increase your speed and work fast and find some details, create your character, approve your character, and after approve and when you finish, this sculpted character can be referenced for the modeling. And this modeling process become retopology process. But this retopology can help you to guide these um, uh, face loops, for example, eye loops, and this retopology model can be our reference. Uh, this sculpted model can be our reference, and now you can see how this face loops should move around this sculpted face. And lips, for the lips we are going to use the same loops, and for the face, and they rebuild these face loops around the sculpted model. And that's why some modeler use the low poly reference to provide the guidelines. What? More efficient for our course is Maya, because we learn all of these steps for the character creation. we learn to create already prepared model for the rigging process with a good topology. We starting from the low poly model, and after that applying some details. It's also a pipeline for the creation the game models when you have some reference for your game. But for the big companies, they use first ZBrush, and after that they retopologize. This is also a pipeline for the big companies, the big games. For example, when you have AAA games, you will use ZBrush first, after that retopologize in Maya or in the Blender and create animation ready model. But when you work, for example, in the small studios, they don't spend a lot of time on the first ZBrush, after that retopologizing. They already create your character from a low poly model and define details in Maya, for example. Uh, in the marketing studios also they use some simple character created from scratch in the Blender without any sculpting process. And also now in the industry we have a lot of tools that can be useful for the modeling. For example, there are already AI retopologizer which will help you to create faster this retopologizing process. When you create, so for example, in ZBrush your model, in ZBrush already they have some tool that will help you to create better structure for the model, and it can be speed enough for creation of the character. And also commonly used Unreal Engine with the in the Unreal Engine also you have yeah, I forgot how it goes. Let's Google it. We have character creator in Unreal Engine that will help you to create character easily for the games. And here you can generate your character like in Sims and add some details, add some clothes. There is a lot of editors that will help you to create character easily for your games. And but in our course, we learning how to create all of these steps. When you know how to create all of these steps, you can use different tools to speed your work. When you want to continue work in this field, you should learn a lot and find some new ways how they create. And all of these ways, the main purpose of all of these ways is to speed up your work and create these characters faster. And there is a lot of plugins that will help you to retopologize also in Maya. And all of these supported materials will help you to increase and work fast in this field. And was some theory for this face modeling tips. And now we are going to find some reference for our character. For example, if you want to before you start modeling your face, you should find reference. This is for all of your characters. For example, you can find already pre-made characters, or you can create it by yourself. For example, if you have cartoon character, now you can see side reference one, but face reference is a little bit different. And you can use some screenshot of your character and also in Photoshop precise these two screenshots around these face guidelines. Also, your reference should be parallel in the front view and in the side view. You should check with some lines that it should be with the same scale. If you use, for example, in the side view, different scale, when you model, you can mess up with your proportions. That's why you can use uh, some common face, for example, for the female or for male. And when you finish with the face structure, you can add looks to your character reference and remake some details, proportions of your of character face. This reference is needed to create these common loops of your character. When you finish with your loops, you can see on your character face and create some details, for example, bigger eye or some different nose. I will show you how to define some character uh, appeal with the sculpting method. We are going to use also sculpting method to define some form of your character. There are some tools in Maya that will help you work with groups of vertices and define some appeal of your character. But first we need to create the good structure for your character face. I will send you this guide also in our group. And I have some reference that will help you to understand these face loops. And also I can share you with previous recording of the previous lectures, previous year lectures. Uh, in the previous year, I have different character. I have Ariel character, and it's more cartoon-like. That's why I'm sending you a lot of a lot of recordings because we have different characters. Some of you create realistic characters. Some of you creating some cartoon characters. That's why you can use your own videos, your own tutorials to create your model. And okay, I will use this face reference because I'm going to create maybe some Black Widow for this year. I'm hoping that it will be looks like the Scarlett Johansson. The character face is also um, a really difficult step in modeling, character modeling creation. And don't worry if you don't understand something, you can ask Dana on the practice, or maybe after lectures if we will have time, I can help you. But first of first, you need to know it's the please keep these face loops, and if you keep these face loops, your